What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JB, aka the King of Soul, and today we got some Jordan 12s to look at. The Air Jordan 12 Retro. This is the cherry colorway. Before we get into the review, do me a favor, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. If you do dig the content, also hit that share button. These videos that we do on this channel are strictly for review purposes, so if you do happen to have any questions or comments, definitely feel free to drop those down below. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the review. So they did switch up things a little bit on this sneaker. So the box did, I know like with most Air Jordan 12, they actually did have like the Jordan brand, and this time they went ahead with the Nike swoosh. In this brown cardboard packaging, it's like, you know, a standard orange, black, you know, Nike box here. Nothing really too special. The bottom of the sneaker, where the box is actually in that brown cardboard tint, and it does have like, you know, some black Nike branding and copyright information there. So for those that do care about that, there you go. The box label on this sneaker does actually read Air Jordan 12 Retro. The colorway says white, black, and varsity red. So it does have like, you know, this swing lid. When you do open the box, you are met with like this orange, brown, tannish kind of like, you know, tissue paper here. And then like, you know, it does come double wrapped up underneath. You do have like this white tissue paper. From there up underneath, you're met with the actual sneaker itself, Air Jordan 12s. Like, this is an iconic must-have sneaker for any sneaker collector's collection. Definitely one of my favorite Air Jordan silhouettes of all time. This happens to be one of my favorite colorways. Now, personally, one sneaker that I do tend to compare this to is those flu games. I'm gonna actually do a comparison video between those two, because I do have those sneakers in my collection, and I definitely want to know, like, we might have to fight on that one. I want to see what y'all opinion is. Like, I mean, you can definitely leave it down in the comments too. Like, do you got this or the flu games? But nevertheless, let's go ahead and get into this review here. Air Jordan 12 Retro Cherry. And this is, in some people's opinions, one of the best sneakers of the year. Photos or images of this sneaker actually started to surface earlier this year. And people have been waiting on this one since, like, I want to say about February and March, when we got word that this is going to be like, you know, a holiday release. But they did go ahead and do a shock drop on this particular pair here. And then, of course, like, you know, it did release. Have this, like, you know, generally shortly after. But in my opinion, Air Jordan 12s, they are like, in my opinion, one of the most comfortable Air Jordan silhouettes of all time. I don't know if it's just like the material, just the craftsmanship, like maybe the insole, whatever the case may be. I just always felt that Air Jordan 12 is like, you know, one of the most comfortable Air Jordan sneakers to wear. But nevertheless, let's get into it. So from hindsight, there you go, Air Jordan 12 Retro. So it's pretty much an all leather upper sneaker, and then you do have this hit of red. So all white leather going across, like, you know, this top portion here and here and going toward the back. They do have, like, you know, this white stitching here on the midsole. They do have like a half midsole situation here where it's in white, and then you do have that hit of red here, and then going across, like, you know, the entire front portion of the sneaker as well. Coming up from the bottom, you do have this red plastic tab here, and it does say Jumpman. That's pretty standard on all Air Jordan 12 sneakers. From that, you do have, like, you know, this oval shape that you do, and it's like, you know, in this reptilian leather print that's dyed in red. And then you do have more of that red swinging towards, like, you know, the front toe area on the heel of the sneaker as well. Not the heel, but the foot of the sneaker as well. Swinging things over to the front portion of the sneaker, you do have, you know, a little bit more of that white leather and white stitching here. The sneaker did actually come with these white rope laces here, and then the tongue of the sneaker is actually in that white dyed leather as well. Now, what's standard with most Air Jordan 12s, you do have that 2-3 going across, well, going down the tongue. So TWO is in black stitching, and then you do have the 3 there at the bottom. Going toward the top, you do have this all leather white tongue, and you do have the black stitched Air Jordan Jumpman logo there. Now the back of the tongue is like, you know, in that black material, well, black here, and then like the sock liner is all black as well. Other than that, that's pretty much it for like the tongue of the sneaker, and it is all, you know, leather. Now on the side, they do have like, you know, this nylon material in white here, so you know, but at the end of the day, the medial side of the sneaker is consistent with the other side. All white dot leather here all along, like, you know, this side here and the upper portion of the sneaker. More of that white stitching going vertical and across. Well, I don't know if you want to consider that horizontal. Yeah, horizontal or vertical, but nevertheless, white stitching here, and more of that Reptilian print leather here and red. More of that white and red for the midsole of the sneaker, so pretty consistent with the other side. Going toward the back of the sneaker, you do have this back pull tab here. Now they do have this, and this is actually standard with their Jordan 12s. They do have like, you know, this black tag going like, you know, stitched up throughout like pretty much like the, you know, the entire back portion of the sneaker. And it does say Jordan in that gray text, and then like up under in white, it just says quality inspired by the greatest player ever. And that's all, again, that's all Air Jordan 12s, you know, since they've been released. You do have that red midsole, and then it's like, you know, it does kind of like, you know, it sends from like, you know, the bottom of the heel there, and it is in red, and they do have the white 23. And then up top on this pull tab here, it is in black, and they do have like this white square, and it does have the red Jumpman logo there on the pull tab. Now, going towards the bottom portion of the sneaker, standard Air Jordan 12 bottom. So like for the most part, you know, you do have that rubberized gum sole here, and it's all red. You do have herringbone traction on the heel portion, and going towards like the toe area up top, herringbone traction. You do have that white tab there, and it does have the triangle tab there, and it does have the number 23. And then you have the black Jumpman logo going up top, and then it does kind of like, you know, come from the bottom, and it seems like, you know, to the top of the sneaker. Up underneath, you do have that carbon fiber material up underneath there. So for those that do care, there you go. But yeah, that's standard with Air Jordans 12s, you know, on all of them for the most part. They just went with the black and white there on this particular sneaker. Well thought out sneaker. I feel like this is essential, again, to any sneaker lovers collection. Definitely feel like these are necessary for the collection. The left sneaker is actually consistent with, you know, the right sneaker. So pretty much all white leather upper, red Reptilian print on both sides, and then there's your back tab there. Only thing that I don't feel that I really did mention, and I don't know if it's necessary or not, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the insole of the sneaker. And the insole is all black, and it does have the red Jumpman logo there, you know, on the inside. So there you go. But if I were to rate this sneaker, you guessed it, a 10 out of 10. Again, I feel like certain sneakers are essential, you know, for any sneaker lovers, you know, collection. So 10 out of 10. I don't feel like it was anything that they could have switched up on these at all. Like, this sneaker here is a go. Definitely glad that I got this in my collection. So definitely wanted to take the time to shout out the vendor to, you know, who actually gifted me this pair to actually get this on the channel to review for you guys. But I definitely do encourage you guys to always stay engaged with me like always. I'm on all social media platforms. I could be reached on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, even here on YouTube. Everything is consistent as at the King of Soul. But before we go, I'm gonna go ahead and get these sneakers. I'm doing a 360 and a B-roll for you guys. So there you go, Air Jordan 12 Retro. So now that's the front of the sneaker. There's the lateral side of the right, lateral side of the left, There's the bottom of the sneaker. Here's your medial side. And then there's the rear. And I've always felt like, you know, Air Jordan 12s, now this one thing that is, because I didn't talk about size, and one thing that I did notice about this sneaker, Air Jordan 12s do tend to run a little like tight for me. So I do recommend going up like, you know, up like a half size if you can. But for some reason with this release, like they actually sent me over a size 13. I'm typically like a 13 and a half, so I'll always like, you know, toggle between like a 13 or 14. But these 13s seem like they fit like a glove. Like I didn't really have to go up a size or anything like that. But if you want to play it safe with these, just knowing what I know with Air Jordan 12 sneakers, I would definitely recommend going up just like a half size if you can. Not a whole size, just a half size. Just so you can, you know, you can guarantee that you're gonna have a little bit of room like in the toe area. I don't want you to have to be in a situation where you're trying to squeeze your feet in the shoes just for the sake of wearing them. Like, we ain't doing that. Just go up like a half size on these. That's my personal opinion, but to each his own. But again, I do want to thank you guys for taking the time to tune in like always. But until next time, see you later.